Hello again, I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to the channel for another Farming Simulator 17 map tour. And I'm in such a good mood now because Altenstein is live. I have been waiting so long for a map like this to come onto consoles. It's a tiny map, really, really small. It's designed for a very, very small farm experience, which is what I've been hoping for ages. It's kind of what we had originally with the old stream, before the old stream was expanded with the update that added those huge fields around the side. But this is just, I think, an incredible map. I mean, we've just had an amazing map from Bullet Bill with the West Coast. Loads and loads of textures and details and loads and loads of custom stuff. Very, very nice map. This, very little in the way of custom textures, but what's in here is stunningly good. So let's go take a look at it. So here we are in the farmyard. Now this is a tiny map, and when I say it's a tiny map, I mean it's a tiny map. Look at the size of this thing. It's minuscule. Really, really small. And we start with quite a good number of fields as well. If we take a zoom in, there we go. This is the map. Let's put it into something a little bit easier to view. There we go. So there we go. We have, let's see, we have a couple of fields that aren't actually numbered, which I believe we should actually start with. And then obviously we have a load of fields that are numbered. And from those we own fields 22 to 18, 16, 13, 4 and 8. So we start with a good number of fields, and they're all small. I mean, pretty small. I mean, it's obviously it's a small map, so nothing's going to be huge, but let's take a look around the farmyard. I mean, I just love how detailed this looks, and you've got to check out the old boy. Look at this, just sits here the whole time, and the cat does as well. You know, static models, but look at the level of detail in these static models that we have here. Absolutely love the old guy sitting on the bench there. Really, really nice touch. So we have our silo right here at the main farm. So here's our drop-off point at the grate just here with the downspouts, so we can retrieve our grain. I'm going to kind of take you on a bit of a weird tour around the yard because it's a little bit... There's so much stuff in here that's just crammed in here. This is the main entrance to the farm itself. So you come off the main road and you go over this little stone bridge, which I love these little bridges. There's a few of these dotted on the map. And here we are arriving at the farm. So we have a nice little storage bay just here, and then around the other side of it we have our seed fill point. And the first piece of equipment that we're given here, which is a Kverneland seeder. We have ourselves a FarmTech manure spreader just here. And then in here we have another load of equipment. Lovely one-touch doors. Just press circle to open the door once, and then press it once again to close the door. No need to hold the button. Really like that. No lighting in this building here, but we do have what looks to be a fertilizer tank in here. Plus we also have a pottinger, forage wagon, a cultivator, and a Kverneland fertilizer spreader. As we move around here, you can see we have our chickens just roaming around in this nice little area over here. I don't think there's anything in here, but maybe eggs will spawn in there. I don't know. Maybe they'll just spawn on the ground. Yet to see how how frequently the eggs spawn in. I don't really tend to pay much attention to eggs anymore. If we hop over the other side, this is obviously the other entrance to this shed that we've just been in. You can see round here we've got a lovely little bit of storage space over here. You can put some equipment in this awning underneath here, or something in there. And then opposite that we have this lovely old style covered barn area. Corrugated sheet metal on the side, and then what looks to be a wooden roof, maybe a metal roof over the top. And then inside here we have our Sampo Rosenlu combine. And to be honest, you don't really need a combine that much bigger than this for this map. You really don't. It's such a small little map that is absolutely fine as a combine. I mean, you could upgrade it, but it's not essential like it is on some other maps. So let's wander back around the yard a little bit more. Over here we have our manure point for our cows. And if we head in here, here are our cows. So we have this big open area in here. And then just here we have the food trough for our cows. And we have some static models in here waiting for us as well. You can see we do have a little bit of feed by the look of it. And I think this is where the straw goes as well. And got more access doors just here as well. And then if we open this door on the side here, just pop back out. There you can see around the side there. Those are those other doors. And we also have a Deutzfahr Agrostar lurking behind this door just here. That nice little storage bay. So you could take that out and you could put bales or something in there. That would be a great place to store maybe your straw bales or your hay bales. You know, a great little nice little room there. We have some more equipment over here. We have ourselves a Garant Cotter slurry spreader by the look of it. We have a small little plough, and then up here we have ourselves the small Joskin water trough. Actually, while we're still on the cows, let's show you some of the other stuff around here as well. So we have our slurry point for our cows. Obviously you've already seen the manure point. Around here, this is the dialogue box for the cows, just here. So this is where you can add more to your farm. You see we do actually start with some cows already. Let's see how many we start with. We start with 15 cows and 10 pigs, and as you can see we have everything that we need for them to start ticking over, which is a really nice little touch. You know, we actually start with everything that we need just with a small number of animals. And there is our food trough for our grass trough for our cows, and then the water trough is just there. And then if we open this door, again, you can see it's just nice straight through access there. And we have ourselves a rear mower here as well, a rear Pottinger mower. So that's our cows. Let's move on to the pigs. So as we move over here, you can see we have the water trough for our pigs. If we drop down, we have our slurry point for our pigs. We have a barn here. I think this is actually a sell point barn for us to store. It may actually possibly be just a straw. Let's see. Let's zoom in on the map a little bit. This may, I think, be the straw point for our pigs. Thinking about it. Yeah, there's nothing on the map to say otherwise. So I think this is actually the straw point for where we drop straw off for the pigs themselves. This here is the dialogue box for our pigs. This is where we add them into the map. And then in here, you can see we have ourselves a little stayer multi. And we have a nice little tool rack on here. And just look how sharp and crisp the level of detail is in this. Everything that's in here on this map looks sharp and looks crisp. You know, you see on some maps, things get a little bit smudgy and a little bit blurry when you get close. But on this map, so far, I have yet to see anything like that. I mean, look at this Deutz poster here. And look how good this is when I get right in front of it. Look how clear and legible this writing stays. Really, really high quality. This, I think, might be the manure point for our pigs. Not 100% certain, but that's what I think it might well be. And then as we move around, obviously there's our food trough for our pigs, and you can see the straw goes in right behind them there. So maybe that is a barn. I'm not 100% certain. I have to actually get in there and test that out. Over here we have a little bit more equipment as well. We have the small tedder, we have a small windrower, and we have the small Brantner trailer as well. Plus we have a little bit of extra storage in this little alcove here as well. And then if we come around here, this door does not open, but we have a nice little side access. Here's our little farm cottage. Really, really nice little map. And while we're here, I just want to quickly run across here and show you. This is one of the sell points. This is... which sell point is this? This is Gomedge Ridge Acres. So you can see we have a barn. Actually, let's just turn the barn on, see what flashes. Where is the barn on the map? The barn's down there. Okay. Here is the drop-off point for the grains. Really, really nice. But we have a water wheel here on this particular sell point, and we need to be kind of around the side a little bit more to show you this. I love this little water system that we have here. We have sluice gates. Look at this. Fantastic. You know, we have a nice little diversion on the water with sluice gates to divert water down here to power the watermill. It's just a really nice little feature. I mean, it doesn't do anything for the game itself, but it just looks brilliant. It's a nice scenic, you know, little location. And then we have another sluice gate just there as well. And you will find in some places you have these giant walls, so it will kind of raise you up into the air. It's a little bit weird, and that's the only downside I've found to this map so far. But I just love how scenic this is. It's just a really nice little little scene there. So let's jump into a vehicle and let's take a little bit more of a tour. I'm going to just make a mess of driving straight line out of here. There we go. Let's just drop off these arms. We don't need those with us. So first things first, we're going to go and head over to the sheep. The sheep are slightly off the farm. So we have this dirt road that goes all the way up here. And then you can see there we've got a BGA. Actually, we haven't finished really over here, have we? Let's finish over here. We've got ourselves a Bga bunker just here, look. Well, let's say a Bga bunker. This is, I don't think this is the Bga itself. This is just, you know, a sell point. Well, sorry, a silage point where we can make silage for the cows. We've got one there and we've got one there. And there's obviously our farm. We do have this building here, but I don't think this does anything. I think it's just scenic, I think. But I do like the look of it, you know, where you can sort of basically scoop up stuff and then store it inside. Really like that that visual look. And then we have potentially a seed point just here. I did have a quick look at the map before I started recording, but I didn't actually come up this way last time, so this is why I forgot to mention this stuff. There we go. So let's kind of get back on track. We're going over to the sheep. So if we make our way around back to the dirt path. Really nice little dirt path, and look how scenic this map is. Oops, I need to turn that off in a moment. That's the glowing icon for the barn there. We make our way along this really nice little dirt road here. Now if we go that way, we go down towards some more fields. If we go this way, we go to our sheep. And here is our little sheep area. So if we jump out, we have our dialogue box for our sheep just here. This is where we can add sheep to our farm. So let's actually, we've got a little bit of cash. Let's just quickly add a couple of sheep in. That's too many. There we go. I forgot about delivery charge. So there you can see our sheep on this lovely hill here. I really like this. We've got this... I mean, so often we see the sheep on just a flat piece of land. It's so nice to see them on these rolling hills like this. This is realistic. You know, you will see this in Europe and here in the UK as well. Sheep on these very hilly fields. So here's our water trough, and our grass trough is a little bit further around, I believe. Yes, there is our grass trough. I haven't looked to see where the wool spawns yet, but it'll be somewhere around here. It always is. I do like the fact that we can actually climb this ladder, even though we don't need to. And you can pop up here. You can see we've got, you know, just a nice scenic building. And there is actually access down here as well, down these stairs. And if we spin around here, in here we've got some nice little space, so you could store a vehicle in here. Again, you can see we've got, you know, the tools on the side. This would be great if you could basically stick a little toolbox mod in here on this bench, and then you could just drive your vehicle in, and you would actually have a little scenic workshop that actually functions as a workshop. And then this here is just a nice little side room there, as you can see. This is scenic. I mean, this is the same building that we have for the pigs, which is why you can see we have this straw tube just here and this slurry point. These aren't actually active, and obviously on the pigs, this is where we do the dialogue box for the pigs. So it's the same building, just relocated up here as well. And then over here we have some nice little storage over here as well. Really nice rustic looking worn out buildings. You can see the paint crumbling off the brickwork there. You see it gets a little bit fuzzy on this as you get close, but it looks sharp in terms of the angles. Nothing seems to be sticking up at a weird angle. It's just put together so nicely, this map. It really is. So let's continue the tour. We're going to follow this back to the main road and start hitting up some of those sell points on the way back in as well. So here you can see some of those extra fields. This field here we actually kind of own. There's no one actually on, you know, there's no ownership of that field on another farmer. It's not numbered, it's just a piece of land that we can work if we want to. It's a really beautifully scenic little map. And you can see, look at this little waterfall that we've got just here that we're going over. Just going to jump out here. I mean, look at this. We've got this this pipe here. Water comes out, and we have a little waterfall here. Really nice little scene. There's so many of them on this map. It's just a really, really peaceful, serene little place to work. And we have old traffic on here as well, old European style traffic. So here's the first of our sell points that's kind of on this road. This is, let's see if we can get the name properly. Goldcrest Pacific Grain. Nice and straightforward. Just drop your grains into the grating just there. We've got this kind of windmill and cottage here as our kind of little scenic area. But everything's small scale, so you just be up here with a small trailer dropping stuff off in there. And that's what I love about this map. You know, I've wanted a really small scale map like this for so long, and I kind of spotted this on PC months and months and months ago, and I thought, oh, I wish this would come to console. And I never expected that it would. And then it popped up briefly in testing a little while back, and then disappeared very quickly and didn't come back again. And I thought, oh, maybe that's it, it's not coming. But here it is. Altenstein. Absolutely love this map so far. You can see we've got some more big fields, nice easy access. We're back here at the sort of entrance to the farm. There it is. And as we drive along here, we're going to approach the town scene, and the town is fantastic. We've got a little broken down combine there just in that ditch. It's such a pretty map. I mean, look in the distance there. Look, you can see the windmill, you can see an old cottage as the traffic's rolling through. So here is our next sell point just here. And this one is Mary's Farm. So we have an egg sell point here, we have a grain sell point just here, and we have a slightly different scenic vista. A little bit of potential storage, you know, just next to the grate if we wanted to as well. Let's just back our way out of here. As as we head down here, we've got a burnt out building. I love this. It's just a burnt out building with a warning sign in German. It's just something a little bit odd. You can see one of the windows has been boarded up in an attempt to try and stop people getting in there, I'm guessing. And then as we go over this little stone bridge and into the town scene here, I'm just going to pull up here for a second. We've got this nice little sort of stone watchtower here. Load of cottages. And I love this town scene. You've just got people walking around in this little town scene. It just looks so quaint and picturesque. Really, really beautiful place. And here we see some slightly lower res. This is what I mean about stuff looking blurry when you get up close. I mean, that really does get quite blurry. But a lot of the buildings look like this when you get close. They look pin sharp. Really, really high quality. It's just an amazing little village square, I think. Let's just make our way back to the tractor. Backing up into the traffic. Sorry, mate. So as we... actually, we'll turn down here. We have a little garage over here. A little fuel point. Here it is. Very small little Minol garage. And then over here we have the spinnery. So this is where we sell our wool. And then just around the corner from that, can I get through it here actually? I think I can. Is the bakery. And this is the bakery sell point just here. And then if we wanted to, the map goes off on the road and then goes off and disappears completely. But just you can see that little stone bridge. You can then take a dirt road and you can actually loop all the way back around the edge of those fields back there as well. Back towards the farm. So now we're going to head back through to the other side of the town. I mean, just look, I love this. It's such a nice place to drive around in. It really is. Here we are. We have the barn just there. There is our sell point for our straw, etc. Let me get rid of that big glowing icon. There we go. So you can see, that's where we'll sell our grass, our straw, etc. We have a sell point just here for grain. And then we have a seed point. We have an egg sell point. This is the animal dealership interaction box just here. So this is where we can, buy our animals and load them up for transport back to the farm. We have a fertilizer sell point. Well, buy point, sorry. Then we have a manure sell point and a slurry sell point as well, all covered in that one massive building. And then on the opposite side of the street is our Deutzfahr dealership. So we have our shop box there and our vehicle interaction box just there. And then right next to that is our sawmill. So we have our log sell point just there. And there is our wood chip sell point. Everything's really squashed and condensed. Really kind of pushed in there. But it works. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel squashed and cramped. It just feels really kind of like it's supposed to be like that. And if we head up here, you can see we have access back into the farm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head around here between these fields. Some of these fields, as you can see, have got barbed wire separating them out. Or fence wire separating them out, but not too many. We have a nice little sort of broken down combine scene just there. It's a really nice little touch. And then if we come around here, here is the farm's BGA. So just the one bunker here, But if we go around the corner, there are another couple of bunkers up here as well. And then a kind of a storage area inside that shed. And then around here, there is our sell point. Just there. And I believe this is our digestate tank as well. Yes, it is. This Wildbach biogas tank. Or maybe it's this. I think this actually is our digestate tank. Yes, it is. So this is the interaction site just on here. But I mean, just so much stuff in such a tiny, tiny little map. It's brilliant. It really is. It's the perfect small farm experience map. You don't need a huge amount of money to have fun and be successful on this map. You know, you've got plenty of fields to work. You know, you've got fields that you can plough together to make larger fields if you wanted to. So you've got less individual stuff that you need to work on. You've got animals. You've got logging if you want it. You saw plenty of trees over there that you can cut down and deforest an area over there. You know, there's no nuggets on this map that I've found. I mean, there may possibly be one or two lurking in the forest. I haven't looked, but everywhere else I've looked, I've yet to find a single nugget. So I don't believe there are nuggets on this map. But it's so small and everything's reasonably cheap. You don't need nuggets on this map. You really don't. You know, I mean, there's so much stuff. You've got 200 grand as a loan. If you're playing on hard. If you're playing on easy, then you've got 250, 225 for normal. That's more than you need. And in terms of equipment, you can see this is everything that we start with. There's loads of equipment. Oh, there's a barrel weight. I missed that out earlier. But I mean, you've got everything that you need to get you started there. You've got 2 different tractors. You've got all your front loader attachments. You've got your combine. The only thing you don't have is a baler, pretty much. You know, everything else is pretty much there. You know, you've got a plough, a cultivator, a seeder, a mower, tedder, windrower, loading wagon, you know, water trailer, manure spreader, slurry spreader, fertilizers. You've got everything that you need. So you don't need vast amounts of money. You just need, you know, to get stuff done, basically, to get out there and work your fields and earn your money. So there we go. This is Altenstein. I really absolutely adore this map, and I am definitely going to be doing a series on this map. But I'm now in a kind of a quandary because I was going to do the Massey Manor playlist on that map, and now I'm kind of thinking, do I do Massey Manor on this? I don't know. I'm probably going to do... I think what I'll probably do is I'll do a little Deutzfahr themed farm on here. So I think I'll do this with a Deutzfahr, Agrostar and a Same Fortis. And then, not sure what I'll do with a combine. Might keep the Sampo Rosenlu, might swap it for something slightly different. But I'm definitely going to be doing a playlist on this. And this is going to come up very, very soon because I've wanted to do this small-scale farming like this for so long. So keep an eye out for that coming to the channel very, very soon. And get out there and download this map because it is absolutely brilliant. Right. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I will catch you back with some more Farming Simulator 17 very soon.